Some of the things I've learned about Milestone is that it's very versatile. An end user can choose various different cameras and connect those to the systems. It's very easy to convert over your old analog systems into the Milestone. And then the software itself, it's very easy for the dispatchers and the police officers to look at either current video or archive video. We are the flagship university for the state of Illinois. We have 42,000 students, about 10,000 live on campus. The remaining 30,000 or so are sort of scattered in a couple block area within the university. Milestone was purchased before I became the chief at the university, and it hadn't gotten out of the gate, but what I've learned the last couple days, I kind of knew this already, but how much versatility there is in Milestone. Well, the advantages of having a centralized software or management system is that, the belief that security cannot be decentralized. If you have individual decentralized units on a major university and the police don't have access to that data, then you're really not using your systems to their maximum capability. When I came to Illinois, I found myself dealing with a very decentralized, not a well thought out security plan. There was no thought about, well, how does the police and security play a role, and where do cameras come into play? I mean, it's really been eye-opening. When I go out to a conference or come to something like this and I see the capabilities, I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. If I could have this, and I could have this, and I could have this, I just know how safe I could make my campus. Education of the key stakeholders is critical because in a lot of ways, you have to have support. There's always the concern, I think, in our society about, is Big Brother watching us and what are the guidelines that we use for that? And at the end of the day, this is really about making our community safer, making our students safer. I think the biggest challenge in higher education is that administrators have no concept of security and what needs to be done. We need to have a plan in place. We need to talk about security cameras. We need to talk about developing a policy and sort of centralize all these systems. And it's difficult for administrators to understand that. And this is what I really call the moment, the aha moment for my particular chancellor. This is a particular situation where in the background you can see that sign, which is really a piece of Native American art. And they were constantly being vandalized because they happened to lie on a street that's not too far from all our fraternities and not too far from all our bars. And they kept getting vandalized. And it was a particularly political sensitive issue. And the chancellor said to me, why can't you catch anybody? Why can't you catch anybody? I'd say, well, I need to put up cameras. And there was reluctance to do that, the sense of Big Brother watching and that sort of thing. And after about the third or fourth vandalism of the art, he finally said, okay, put up cameras. So this is one of our students, and he's coming along and doesn't know the camera's out there, kind of goes by it again, and you see him, he comes back and takes out his pliers or his tools, and he steals it. So the moment he stole it, which was, I think, on a Saturday night, I became aware of it, told the chancellor about it on Sunday, so we would be looking at the cameras on Monday. Let me send the image out to email. 70,000 people have access to our email. And the moment we did that, by the time we got it up and got the email out, sent it out, this image to 70,000 people, by 5:10, he himself, the suspect himself, was calling saying, I'm going to return the art, here's where I'm going to put it, and kind of anonymously. And sure enough, he dropped off the art and we recovered it. That was the success moment I needed as a police chief to say, now we need to really start deploying these cameras everywhere. We're also now deploying our cameras out into the city streets, and we are using a system where the feed will be radio and then eventually coming in through the Milestone, so that at the end of the day, a dispatcher or a police officer doesn't necessarily know that this is a wireless camera, or this is a radio camera, or this is a hardwired camera into one of our other facilities. They just know they have access to the data and can go use it to help them solve crimes.